Picture this: the golden sands of Egypt, majestic pyramids rising toward the heavens, and the timeless allure of a civilization steeped in mystery. These images often capture the essence of ancient Egypt. Yet, what if I told you that beneath these sands lies a tale few have heard, a story of gods, conquerors, and a lost temple dedicated not to an Egyptian deity, but to Zeus, the Greek god of the sky? Intrigued? Let's unravel this fascinating chapter of history together. The story begins in the Sinai Peninsula, where archaeologists recently unearthed remnants of a temple devoted to Zeus Cassios, a figure whose name blends the Greek king of the gods with the sacred Mount Cassios. But to understand this discovery, we need to travel back to ancient Egypt's days of grandeur and turmoil. Once a mighty empire, Egypt's power waned over centuries due to internal strife and foreign invasions. In 525 BCE, the Persian Empire, led by Cambyses II, delivered a crushing blow to Egypt's sovereignty. Though the Egyptians would later reclaim some independence, their weakened state left them vulnerable. Enter Alexander the Great in 332 BCE, a young, ambitious conqueror who changed Egypt's fate forever. Unlike the Persians, Alexander sought not to suppress Egyptian culture but to embrace it. He honored their gods, participated in their rituals, and even ordered the construction of a temple dedicated to the goddess Isis. This savvy approach won the hearts of his new subjects, seamlessly weaving his legacy into the fabric of Egyptian tradition. After Alexander's untimely death, his empire fragmented, and Egypt came under the rule of Ptolemy Soter, one of his trusted generals. In 305 BCE, Ptolemy declared himself pharaoh, establishing the Ptolemaic dynasty. This period marked a cultural fusion unparalleled in Egypt's history. The Greeks brought their mythology, architecture, and art, while adopting Egyptian customs to legitimize their reign. Cleopatra, the dynasty's most famous ruler, was the first of her line to speak the Egyptian language fluently, symbolizing this unique blend of traditions. One remarkable product of this cultural fusion was the temple of Zeus Cassios at Pelusium, a bustling port city on Egypt's northeastern frontier. Although dedicated to a Greek deity, the temple's architecture likely drew inspiration from Egyptian designs, reflecting the harmonious interplay of these two great civilizations. Pelusium itself was a city of strategic importance. In 525 BCE, it bore witness to a dramatic clash between Egypt and Persia. According to legend, the Persian army used the Egyptians' reverence for cats to their advantage, carrying the animals as shields during the battle. Reluctant to harm these sacred creatures, the Egyptian defenders faltered, leading to a decisive Persian victory. Yet Pelusium's history extended far beyond military encounters. The city's location at the easternmost branch of the Nile made it a critical gateway for trade and cultural exchange. Merchant ships carried goods from across the Mediterranean, while caravans from the east introduced exotic items and ideas. This vibrant intersection of cultures likely contributed to the decision to construct a temple here, one that honored a god emblematic of both local and foreign traditions. Despite its significance, Pelusium's fate was sealed by the relentless forces of nature. Over centuries, the Nile's shifting course and the accumulation of silt choked the city's harbor, cutting it off from Mediterranean trade routes. By the 12th century CE, Pelusium had been abandoned, buried beneath layers of sand, and forgotten by time. But what of the temple itself? To understand its full significance, we must look beyond its Greek origins and consider the spiritual crossroads it represented. Mount Cassios, located on the modern border of Turkey and Syria, was sacred to a multitude of ancient cultures. To the Canaanites, it was Mount Zaphon, a place where their storm god Baal wielded his power. To the Greeks, it became associated with Zeus, the god of thunder and lightning, whose might and authority mirrored the unpredictable forces of nature. This overlapping reverence highlights a recurring theme in ancient history: the blending and adaptation of deities to reflect shared human experiences. The rediscovery of the temple in 2022 was no less dramatic. Under the leadership of Dr. Mustafa Waziri, a team of archaeologists unearthed colossal granite columns, some towering 12 meters high, scattered across the site. These architectural remnants, coupled with intricate limestone carvings, hint at the splendor the temple once commanded. The inscriptions found there suggest that the sanctuary served not just as a religious site, but also as a cultural hub, hosting rituals that likely incorporated elements of both Greek and Egyptian traditions. What makes this discovery even more remarkable is its testament to the resilience of cultural syncretism. Consider this. Even as empires fell and new ones rose, the temple of Zeus Cassius continued to draw the attention of rulers eager to leave their mark. Roman Emperor Hadrian, renowned for his admiration of Greek culture, initiated renovations to preserve the structure, further embedding its legacy within the tapestry of Mediterranean history. Even the stories tied to Zeus Cassius offer insight into the ancient world. One myth tells of Zeus's epic battle with the serpent Typhon on Mount Cassius, a tale that echoes across cultures. This struggle between order and chaos, between divine authority and rebellious forces, was a narrative the Greeks likely adopted from earlier Canaanite and Egyptian myths. Such tales underline the universal themes that ancient civilizations shared, themes that continue to resonate today. The temple also offers a unique lens through which to view the evolution of religious belief in the region. The transformation of Baal into Zeus Cassius, and later the merging of these deities with Egyptian motifs, underscores the adaptability of ancient societies. They didn't merely coexist, they exchanged ideas, symbols, and rituals that enriched their collective identities. Beyond its religious significance, the temple's location at Pelusium adds another layer to its story. Strategically positioned at the gateway to Egypt, Pelusium was not only a hub of commerce, but also a theater of war. The city's history is a reminder of how geography often dictates the rise and fall of civilizations. As the Mediterranean receded and the Nile shifted, Pelusium's decline was inevitable. Yet its burial preserved a slice of history for us to rediscover centuries later. Today, standing amid the ruins of the Temple of Zeus Cassius, one can't help but reflect on the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations. This site is more than a collection of stone and sand. It is a symbol of humanity's enduring quest to make sense of the divine, to bridge cultures, and to leave a legacy for future generations. If this journey through history captivated your imagination, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Historical Highway. Together, we'll continue uncovering the stories buried beneath the sands of time. The past has much to teach us, and the adventure has only just begun.